Hello everyone, my name is the RetroDad and it's that time of the year again where I convince myself and everyone around me that I'm going to make an attempt to tackle my gaming backlog. For years I've been curating an immense collection of games that fits all genres and qualities. The problem is that I honestly spend more time collecting rather than actually playing. Most of this build-up came from when I collected physically, which made my collection grow immensely in size, since at that time games for my consoles of choice were damn cheap, which were the PS2 and the PS4. If I were to speculate how many games I was at now, considering digital stores and physical copies, all the way from the PS2 to the Nintendo 3DS and Switch, Steam, PS4, PS5 and Xbox 360, I would say I am close, if not very close or even over the 1000 game mark. To a certain degree I can say that I'm quite proud of my collection, and despite not having played it all, I have a large amount of knowledge in the hobby that came from just collecting and trying to curate what games to have in the collection and the ones that didn't deserve a spot in it. But at this point in life where I'm getting older and actually saving money is something I should keep in mind, it's time to convince myself again that I need to spend more time scrolling in my library rather than scrolling and swiping in digital stores. Not only because of the entire saving money ordeal, but also because there are some all-time greats that I haven't played yet that at this time have left the realm of FOMO, and it's just shameful since I consider myself someone who is pretty well versed in games in general and wants to be able to talk about the most amount of them if possible, and I just can't do that because some of the most important games yet I haven't played. In this channel you probably have seen some videos with the titles "I finally beat" or "I finally tried." Well, those videos are actual signs of my first steps through this new cycle of trying to at least shorten my backlog and make something useful out of it. In this video, I'm not going to go over any specific games I want to beat because at this point there are just so many that I think for me personally it's better to not even plan anything out and just go with the flow, popping in any game and just finishing it whenever I have the time. I know planning goes a long way with these things, but if I'm being realistic, my gaming urges change every day and I'm not one to stick with one game unless that game really blows my mind in terms of story or gameplay elements. That being said, I'm not going to stop playing things like Warframe, since that game is one I'm really invested in for the long run, and I don't think going to extremes like dumping all online games, which some people suggest when it comes to clearing your backlog, are really good solutions. To start keeping track of the challenge or progress on my backlog, I used to try and keep overcomplicated lists with opinions and dates and charts with hours to beat, which I actually realized were also part of the problem. If I'm spending more time making lists instead of actually playing games, this entire thing goes to hell and loses its point, because it's valuable time that you have to spend doing the things that actually matter. That's why from some time up until now, I've been doing it only on a notepad in my phone where I put the games I recently beat. The last game I actually beat was The Room 2, which is a very fun game. You should try it out, probably if you like puzzle games. And to end this video off, I want to encourage discussion, talk about your backlog, decide to play something today, and don't get stuck in the limbo of playing the same stuff and buying new stuff. I'm going to play some games now. This has been the RetroDan. I'm out.